Hey guys, Martin back, another CarCast, and yes, it's Wednesday. CarCasts are going to move to Wednesday because I'm taking Thursdays off, so I won't be in the car to do them, which means you'll end up delayed. Plus a few other things that we're trying to schedule in just to try and get more content onto the channel. And it will. I know I keep saying, oh yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Really are planning on putting more up on YouTube in the way of good content rather than this. But yeah, so Wednesdays it's going to move to, and then you'll start seeing in a couple of weeks time. So we're going to record a few bits and then start putting them up so that we've got a catalogue, so that you get used to the certain days, certain things will come out. So it'll be 2 to 4 weeks off before that starts kicking through. But yeah, we're moving to Wednesdays, so I hope you're all right with that. If not, then I'll stop doing the CarCast. So it's raining, it's a miserable day. I always do the weather bit, don't I? What I want to talk to you about is, first and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to both the Geeks Wargaming. They were previously Geeks 40k, but now Geeks Wargaming. So to Richard, Robin and John, big thanks to them, because they did a competition when they basically offered a prize out to subscribers, sort of paying it forward, and one of the ways you could get an entry was subscribe to this channel. So our subscription went whoop, and it just jumped up, which was brilliant. Then Nick Beer got to 1 million views. 1 million views doesn't surprise me. The guy has a video out every single day. And Nick, absolute legend. If for any reason you're not subscribed to either Nick Beer or to Geeks Wargaming, then you should go and subscribe to them. In fact, we're going to come back to it because I'm going to make you subscribe to them. Whether you watch them is irrelevant, just subscribe. But yeah, Nick was my second subscriber, my very second subscriber, and helped me massively. I've thanked him 1 million times on the channel, and I'll never stop thanking him. I kind of believe that if it wasn't for the help that Nick gave in growing my channel, I probably wouldn't have even opened War Games, because then I wouldn't have had the YouTube bit to back it up and everything else. So hats off, Nick. And 1 million views is fantastic. But as a result, he said that you need to subscribe to my channel, and we've now hit 2,000 subscribers. So with me doing nothing, we've gained another 300 or 400 subscribers in the last couple of weeks, which is fantastic. Any of you that are watching this, CarCasts, I don't like them. It's as simple as that. But people seem strangely addicted to watching me waffle on and talking about the business, talking about the weather, talking about my haircuts and getting my nose waxed and whatever it might be. But whenever I don't do one, I get complaints. So yeah, 1 million views for Nick, and as a result, a load of subscribers for me. So 2,000 subscribers. I kind of feel like I should do a competition then. So let's do a competition, and really simple competition. I sponsor quite a few YouTube channels now, in case you haven't noticed. So I'm going to put a list of links to all of those YouTube channels in the description, and very simply, to enter the competition, and it's going to cause all sorts of work on my behalf. I'm making this up as I go along, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to put a link to the 10-12 channels that I sponsor below. You need to be subscribed to every single one of those channels. Now, most of you already are, because why wouldn't you be? But there are some of you that might not be sub to one, or might be sub to another, and if you subscribe to each channel, then you'll get an entry into the competition. If for some reason you absolutely do not want to subscribe to a channel that I sponsor because you just can't tolerate them, you don't like Winters' hat, and therefore you can't subscribe to Winters because this is how the world ends, and I don't like I don't know how you couldn't like Winters. The guy's a little bit mentally insane, but I love him nonetheless. But yeah, subscribe to every single one of the channels that I sponsor that are in the links below, and I will just put you into a random draw entry. That is all you've got to do. You haven't got to paint a miniature, you haven't got to review a board game, you haven't got to do anything like that. Just subscribe to each of them, and then, or let's see, when can we run it for? Let's run it for 2 weeks. So whatever date that will be, so 29th, something like the 6th of April, is it? Somewhere around there. Let's go with that, 6th of April, start of the new tax year, because we all love talking about taxes. So on the 6th of April, the new tax year starts, and your way of starting the new tax year could be a £50 War Games voucher. One voucher, one winner, randomly drawn. I'll have to go through everybody and check who it is. All you've got to do is, on this video, you have to just write a comment saying that you've done and you've subbed to them. So just put subbed, done, whatever needs be. Just put a comment on this video. I'll then go and check on the 6th of April that you're subscribed to all of those channels, and if you are, you get entered in. I'll put it through random.org, draw a winner, and somebody gets 50 quid. How's about that for a nice simple competition? Go and subscribe to 10 channels that you're probably already subscribed to, and you could just win 50 quid. All you got to do is put a comment. So that does that, and that's the big thing, because there's a competition. That's what the title's probably, in fact, yeah, the title will be CarCast's 22-3-17. Competition time, win £50. So yeah, that's that. Other news though, after the competition, if you're only in it for the competition, turn off now and go and do what you need to do. If not, carry on listening. So other news, FedEx is now live with War Games. So we've signed a really good deal with FedEx, and we can post worldwide now for unbelievably low rates. Now, posting to the US, for example, isn't cheap. Try and post a parcel out there, especially the sort of stuff we sell, because it's not just done on weight. Miniatures don't necessarily weigh a lot, but the box sizes are obviously big because of the sprues and everything else, and that's where all the cost kicks in normally. And I recently posted a 2.5 kilogram parcel to Gibraltar, and they wanted in excess of £100 to post it, because it was 2.5 kilos, and it was ridiculous. So I got this deal set up with FedEx. I can now post up to 9 kilos. I can post more than 9 kilos, but it then costs more. But I can post up to 9 kilos to the US for only £30. Next day delivery. Like literally. So I'm on my way in now. I've got a parcel that's getting picked up by FedEx today and is going to Texas, and it'll be with the recipient in Texas tomorrow, being Thursday. It's just crazy. There's a plane flies from Manchester every afternoon, Manchester Airport, that goes into America, and then obviously it distributes out from there. But FedEx are huge, aren't they? We're looking at getting them on board for UK postage as well, but the Royal Mail service that we're using is still considerably cheaper. But yeah, so basically it means that the international shipping is now a thing. It will become live and available on the website at some point this week. There's just a few bits of software we've got to do so it ties in, and it'll just be a flat rate cost, because we looked at doing it by size and weight, and the work that's involved from our half to get that correct is phenomenal. So we'll just do flat rate costs, which means you're probably not just going to buy a tactical squad. If you're living in Canada, you're not just going to buy a tactical squad and then take it on board and pay £30 for the postage, because that's not worthwhile. But if you're putting a decent sized order together, then the money that you save by buying from the UK means that you get that good rate of shipping. £30 over however many boxes suddenly whittles down, and all makes sense. So if you desperately need stuff sending to America, Australia, Russia, Europe, wherever you are, then you'll have to email me, sales@wargamesuk.co.uk, and we can sort out the postage side of it. I've got a few of you that I've already got to do that with today. There is actually a parcel going to Russia, a couple to Australia, and so on and so forth. But yeah, if you're desperate for it and you can't wait till it gets on the website for just one click, then email me and we'll sort it out, and you can pay via PayPal or whatever. Failing that, give it till the end of the week and it should, fingers crossed, be live. But the account's live, and that's the main thing. And that's a big sign of us moving forward as well. We're moving to international retail as well, and it picks things up because we need to be sending more and more parcels out, and we need to be supplying you with more hobby goodness at low prices. So yeah, we're doing all that, and that's good for all you international viewers, and hopefully you'll start buying some more. The second bit on the back of that is, I mentioned a while ago that I'm going to Canada in the summer. I'm going out to see Scary from CarCast, one of the channels that you're about to subscribe to enter into the competition, and I'm jumping into a tournament while I'm out there, and it's Bloodbath at Capital City in Ottawa. And I was chatting last night with Chris, who's one of the guys that runs the tournament, looking at sort of sponsoring the event a little bit and seeing what I can put in and help the guys out. Now, it's not a massive event. It's bigger than they give it credit for. It's getting a convention status. It's multiple games. So you've got 40k, which is the headline tournament. You've got an Age of Sigmar tournament. You've got a War Machine and Hordes tournament, and then there's Hobbit as well. Next year they'll probably have more games in, and it's like anything, it's just got to grow and grow and grow. And Chris is a great chap. I had a really good chat with him last night. He's on his way to Adepticon, probably as I am recording this. And they've got a YouTube channel. Now they don't have a massive subscription base. They're still quite new from a YouTube point of view. So whilst it's not a requirement of the competition, I would ask you, please give the guys a lift. They do a podcast as well, and they just seem like a great bunch of guys. They're just trying to grow a competitive play scene out in Canada, which must be difficult because everywhere is so far spread apart. We run the Northwest Open, and we get people travelling from all over the UK, but the furthest anyone's really travelling in the UK is 5 or 6 hours, and there's not many. The guys from Scotland, obviously, they do that because they're coming from up in Aberdeen, but if you're coming from London, it's 3 or 4 hours. If you're coming over from sort of Sheffield way or whatever, it's only 2.5 hours. If you're in Wales, you're at 2.5, 3 hours. Cornwall, maybe 6 hours from Cornwall. Aberdeen, again, sort of 6 or 7 hours, maybe longer. Depends how fast Will drives. But to the Americans and the Canadians, that's nothing. They do that to work. It's so spread out. Trying to get people in is a big thing, and I want to get behind them. I chatted with him last night, and he seems like a nice guy, and at that point I'm in. That's just how I work, isn't it? There's a business element to everything, but I've got to get on with the people I'm working with, and he's cool. So yeah, go and give them a sub. I would see what they're about. You'll be able to see there's some footage of last year's Bloodbath at Capital City as well. Have a check out. I think it's quite cool. Anyway, so moving on from that, so that's Canhammer, going sub to them. Northwest Open, tickets for the Northwest Open go on sale a week on Monday, so that's Monday the 3rd of April at 12 PM. And I know I keep batting on about this, but I feel I have to, because the hype around this event is absolutely phenomenal. I look at it, I look at the people who have marked themselves as going, even though they haven't got a ticket yet, they've marked themselves as going, and the people who are interested, and there is a lot more people going / interested than I have tickets for sale. So I don't quite know what happens there. What it means is it sells out, and it might be a case of it sells out in 10 minutes, it might take 10 days, but I keep batting on because I want to make sure that you don't miss out on at least your chance, because there's a good chance if you just lax about it and you think, oh yeah, I'll just jump on in a couple of weeks and I'll just message and go and get a ticket. There might not be any left. I've had floods of messages via Facebook and what have you, people saying, all right, can you reserve me a ticket, I'll pay for it now, I just want to make sure I get it, I might not be available at 12 o'clock, and I've said no to everybody, and I literally haven't. It's not because I'm being nasty to people, far from it. It's more a case of trying to be fair to everyone. So there are people who have been to every event that we've ran. I mean, the guys up in Scotland again, Will asked me, can I sort some tickets, can I reserve them some, and I said no, and I simply said no because it was, I have to do work outside my shop there. I simply said no because it needs to be fair play to everybody. I don't want it to become alright, well, you've been to others so you get priority and therefore there's no chance for me to get in. I don't want it to be exclusive, I want it just to be open to everyone. So yeah, make sure you get on board, get some tickets for that. 8th edition seems like it's round the corner. By the time next week's CarCast comes, we might have had an announcement from Games Workshop. Rumours are that they're going to announce something at Adepticon this weekend. They may not, who knows, we'll see what happens there. If they do and it's out, it's all on the page, if they do and it's out before the last chance, before the Northwest Open, then we will adopt 8th edition rules. If they announce it and it's absolutely dreadful and nobody likes it and everybody walks away from the hobby, then we'll just close the business. No, we won't. We'll put a vote out to people who bought the tickets. Do you want to play 7th or do you want to play 8th? And we'll see how that runs. But one way or the other, the tournament's going ahead and it's going to be fantastic. So that's that one. The Steamroller tournament for War Machine, we've still got 4 spaces left for that. So anybody toying with the idea of it, again, I can't stress to people enough, I understand the mentality of most event goers is, I'll just turn up, I'll see how I feel when I wake up in the morning. That doesn't work with us. We need tickets sold beforehand so that we've capped the places and we know exactly what's happened, we know what food we're getting in, we know what places we need to set out, we know what terrain we need to put out. We're a local store, but we're trying to run national events, if you like, and at that point we need to make sure that we're getting the tickets sold. So if you're sort of on the fence, or if you're one of these people who are saying, oh yeah, I'm going to come along, then please do get the ticket for it and get it sorted, because we don't want anyone to miss out, and there's only 4 left for that. Malifaux event started slow, and we always knew that one would. It's the first Malifaux event we've done, so we've got no history to it, but we have a big Malifaux community in the store. There's 10-12 people playing every Tuesday night now, plus then there's a few guys from the Isle of Man coming over to play as well. And I think we're on 12-13 tickets of the 32 sold, so about a third of them have gone. So again, if you're interested in the Malifaux tournaments, it's going to be a great day. It's a 1-day tournament rather than a weekend, but come and play in it. Yes, it's £20 for a ticket, and I know some people will be screaming going, oh yeah, but my local store does them for £5. I'm not your local store. We're putting £200 worth of prize support into this. We're putting really high quality mats and terrain into it. We're putting more prestige into the event, and that's not to knock the stores that do the smaller events, but we're looking to grow things, and there's all a big plan behind all this, which I'll announce in a couple of months. But yeah, that one's available. Georgie's pushing on with events. There's going to be an Age of Sigmar event coming up soon, so keep your eyes and ears peeled for that one. Another X-Wing event coming up. We've got International Tabletop Day, which I'll probably go into more next week, the week after, but we've got all sorts planned for that. Going to be doing a big auction at a sort of tea time, 5 o'clock-ish, for all the stuff from the Bring and Buy that's not being sold, and anything else that we specifically want to auction off. Not only are we going to do an auction in store though, we're going to do it via YouTube Live, we're going to do it via Facebook Live, and we're going to do it via Twitch as well, so we'll be able to get bidders from everywhere, rather than just the people who are in the store. And there's some really good stuff in there. There's some very old D&D books, which are worth a lot of money, and they're going to go in for the auction as well. So, and everything goes towards all the hay. But anyway, I'm talking too much about that's for another video. To cap it and round it all off, I don't believe for 1 minute that Alfie will be watching this. If you are Alfie, then please put a comment, say hello in the bottom. But we had our Modern Masters 3 GPT last Saturday, and we had 29 players. There actually turned out to be 27 playing for whatever reason. I think one was a duplicate, which was a mistake on our behalf, and one person didn't show. But 27 people actually played in the GPT. Really good atmosphere. It got to that stage, which is a big thing to me, where people normally intentionally draw ID. Not one person ID'd. They then went into the cut, and they were asked if they wanted to split the big prize, which is a £200 box of Modern Masters, and every single round the vote was no. The winner wanted it, and it was great to see. The atmosphere was brilliant. There was, with the exception of one person, there was nobody really that gave any negative comments. Everybody was happy with it. People travelled. There was Alfie and names escaping me. Jack, was it Jack? I don't know. Alfie and his mate, I think it's Jack, who I had a little chat with. They came all the way over from York. Do you know what I mean? It was there, but we sold the tickets and we cut the ticket sales on the Thursday night. I know that if I'd have left the ticket sales open, people would have turned up on the Saturday, and we might have got another 4 or 5, maybe even more, 10 more players. But I was happy to cut it so that people know that when we're doing an event, you have to buy your ticket in advance. So that works from there. But yeah, congratulations there. It's a really good day. Modern Masters 3, there's not much left of it. I think I've got 3 full boxes for either sale, boosters or draft, whichever order they end up coming out in, and then it's gone. It's simply gone. The cards are on sale on the website as well. We've got the single cards up for sale, so please feel free, go and buy them if Magic is your thing. At that point, we've gone well into 20 minutes now, 22 and a half minutes, so I'm going to cut it there, and I shall see you next Wednesday, because that's the new schedule day. Don't forget the competition, guys. See you later.